And can you tell me, I guess, there was a social media post yesterday. Can you just explain that a little bit more, how in dire need, what's happened?
Well, the shelter is indeed in dire need of. We have so many animals at the moment. We just flooded in the last in the last month, so to speak, with really animals. We have over close to 150 animals in total. And of those 150, we have around 70 in foster care. The rest is in the shelter and some of our satellite locations where we have in the pet store some animals that for adoption. It's just exploded this year, to be honest, Pete. And it's an extreme beginning of the year already because kitten season is just started and we already over what I said, 70 animals or 70 kittens in foster homes already. So that's starting and you need to have space for that. And the shelter capacity is only 60 cats. So it's really bursting out of its seams, and that's why we had to take the drastic decision to say, guys, we really need to stop taking in at the moment because there is no more space that we can have animals in. Because you also want to have good quality care of the animals, and if you have too many animals, you can't take care of them anymore. So
Is this unprecedented?
for I don't know, I'm just new here, as you know, it's my second year, so I don't know if it's on president, but I think I talked to other shelters too. They have the same thing. I spoke to another shelter a week ago. They had over 350 cats or something in one of the shelters close to Kitchener-Waterloo. So yeah, they have the same thing too. They took 94 cats in the last 3 days. So it's exploding this year. I don't know what the reason is because maybe the winter was mild, so maybe too many kittens coming and people are bringing them over to the shelter. So yeah, it's just a busy time of year.
There was a worry when COVID happened that people would be adopting and getting animals because of COVID, just because everybody's in isolation somewhat. Is it too late to think that that's a rebound from that?
No, I don't think so. I agree with you. I think slowly now we see more. If I see the intake for surrenders, or for example, in the shelter and the strays we have we have 24 dogs at the moment. We never have that high. Even this time of year, we never have. So, in the last month, we already took 9 surrenders in. For example, and a couple of weeks ago, nine dogs were surrendered to the Humane Society because people, for circumstances, no judgment at all about it, but yeah, for circumstances, they couldn't take it anymore. So I think, yeah, people need to go back to work, things are changing in their life again, and then realizing that an animal needs a little bit more time and space that they can give them at the moment. So yeah, that's why shelters are overloaded with them.
What happens next, I guess?
What happens next is, for now, we're gonna have, of course, a little hold on intake for strays. If they're really sick and very injured, we will make sure we will work with the people to get it done. But some of the plans I have is for July, all our adult cats in the shelter will be 50% off. So hopefully that creates space for new coming in. I'm talking and seeing with my shelter manager and the staff too on the dogs. Do we have a special on the dogs? Yes or no? Because the adoptions are lower too at the moment because people, everybody's a little bit of the money is tight for everybody with the whole the economy going and things like that. So people are not so willing to adopt an animal right away at the moment. So that takes a little bit longer to adopt an animal. That is a short ripple effect that the animal stays longer in the shelter, so we cannot have an animal coming into the shelter. So I think people need to realize if you adopt an animal, you not only help and save and rehome that animal from the shelter, you also make space for a new animal coming in. So technically, you almost help 2 or 3 animals to rehome one animal if you're coming out for adoption to shelters or rescues. So
Does the Humane Society need any help again, like food, things like that? Like obviously this is a main issue, but I mean with that issue comes the more need for food and supplies.
exactly, more need for food, more need for cleaning supplies, but also more need for, sorry to say, financials, because all those animals all need to be fixed, spay neutered, microchips need to be done, vaccinations need to be done, medical treatment need to be done, because we have a lot of surrenders for animals that people can't afford the treatment, medical treatment. So financial support is very helpful too because all those animals need to be fed and cleaned and watered and vet care. So yeah, that's a big cost for the shelter too.
You hope you've hit the peak, I would take it.
To be honest, Pete, between us, yes, I hope, but I know too, out of experience, no. It's just what is it, mid-June or the end of June. Kitten season is still not on the peak yet. July, August, September is mostly your peak month, so there is way more to come. So we are calling for a lot of volunteers and foster homes, of course, too. But at a certain point, you need to say how do you set a hold on your foster homes too, because we can have 500 animals in foster homes, but we also need to have them vetted. You also need to get them to the system. You need to get them adopted. So that's not working either. So it's a very difficult decision for Humane Society to say, guys, we can't accept anymore. I hope the general public understand. It's not that we don't want to. It's just there is no physically space or manpower to treat them well. And I think it's important as a humane society, our animal care is high, and we want to have the best treatment for animals. So you need to watch your numbers, then otherwise you're overcrowding and you can't have the proper treatment for animals.